Yeah, well, thanks for coming on today. Appreciate that. What have you done so far over this past year of not playing to keep yourself in shape to hopefully get a job next season?
I got into a routine. I wake up every morning, go work out, try to stay active. But for the most part, I just worked on myself, man. My mental. Try to get back to that mental capacity that I was in when I first got in the NFL. Get back to my happy place. That's pretty much what I worked on this year. Really found out what stopped me from playing and try to work on that and fix it as much as possible.
So you got to win the Super Bowl with the Chiefs.
Mhm.
Now, at that moment, was it everything that you ever thought it would be? Was it different how you pictured it when you were a kid and younger? Tell us about that.
It was different. It was so real to be real. To be real with you, it was just so much that was going on throughout that year that really like showed us that we really was worth going to the Super Bowl and had a great chance of winning it. We've been through a lot of adversity. The team came together and really propelled us to those. We had to overcome adversity in the playoffs, the whole playoff run, and in the Super Bowl. So it was really like a joyful moment to see the guys really come together in that time.
One thing I want to know was when you were in high school, when did you realize that you were going to be able to play at the next level in college? And did anyone treat you differently because of that? Were you like the big guy on campus?
Oh man, I wouldn't say I was the big guy on campus. But like, in high school, man, like I had this thing. It was like I felt like everybody was better than me, no matter how it looked. That was my chip on my shoulder to always prepare. So when we go to camps and everything, it's like that was my edge to me competing against other guys. I would say, can you repeat that question again so I can really?
When did you realize that you were going to be able to go to the next level? And like, how did people treat you after that?
Yeah. See, me, I didn't really have aspirations growing up going to the NFL. I was just playing it as a hobby with my friends. And I would say like my junior year, my high school coach, his name Wayne Farman, he really pulled me and my best friend aside and really instilled this dream in us, and we really just took it and ran with it.
Wow, that's a hey, it worked out well for you, man. Super Bowl champion, man. You can call yourself a Super Bowl champion forever, man. You know what's amazing to see like with these athletes is where sometimes they say that this is not their dream, but it end up being their dream, going to the league or whatever, and end up winning a championship, which is an amazing
It
story.
was a life changing moment for me. I had life changing events that really made me pursue my career earlier than expected. I had a kid in college, but that's when I really started taking it serious for real. For real, my daughter really opened my eyes. Then it was like I got to do something. I got to provide.
Wow. Yeah. Speaking of
Is there anything that you did before a game, any superstitions, any pregame routines that got you ready for a game?
Nah, my thing is I got to take a lap around the field for warm ups. I got to take one lap around the field before warm ups, listen to my music, and really vibe out. But other than that, I really wouldn't say like a ritual. It's like I just gotta wake up the next day and get ready for the game. Like if I don't do that, then I'm all out of whack.
speaking of
Now you've played with a lot of teammates, a lot of guys. Do you have one in particular who you thought was the funniest, can make light out of any situation?
I would say Chris Boyd. Like that's Chris Boyd to me, man. He just he's a different character, man. You know what I mean? He's funny, hilarious, good kid, good guy, good friend, good teammate. And he just bring the last man. He lift the room.
Now, recently and it's always been like this, but now more specifically, a lot of controversialness. I don't know if that's a word. But a lot of problems with the refs going on around the league. Have you ever had a problem where you thought a game could be a little scripted and ref might have money on one team?
Super Bowl. It's Tom Brady, right? Like, I had 4 penalties that game. I'm getting tossed left and right by Mike Evans. I'm talking about literally shoved me, and I get the call. It was different. That was the one game that I felt in my career of playing. Dang, bro, this is rigged against me. I can't do nothing. Like, and it's like the energy of that game. You just knew we wasn't gonna win that game. To be honest.
wow.
If you could have, and I don't know if you did, but if you'd have one meal before a game, what would that be?
One meal before a game. See, I like when they cook the spaghetti. I like the spaghetti and meatballs. corn. That'd be my pregame meal with a nice little steak on the side. It depends on what time we go out though. Like if it's an early game, I want some eggs. Give me some eggs scrambled with bacon and ham in it.
It's,
Now, I want to know what has been your hardest moment throughout your career that you've been able to recover from and get past and succeed afterwards?
I would say 2015 losing my deal to 2018 losing my deal to Carolina Panthers. Going through that whole thing, foot almost getting amputated, so career would have been over. It was just a lot that I had to do, self work, because they really left me on my own to really recover and get back to the player that I was. So I did everything I could to do so. I did it for my family, for one. I needed to get back out there so I can continue to provide for them and for myself. I knew that I can do it. I bet on myself any given day for anything, and that's what I did.
Now I'll flip that question. Talk about your best game.
Yeah.
My best game, I would say my rookie year was my best game against Dez Bryant, 2014. We was young guys. Our secondary was young. They really didn't expect us to come out and do what we did, not even to win the game. It was just, I played out of my mind that game. I knew the team depended on me. You feel me? And Dez was one of the top receivers at that time. So I knew that it was going to be a challenge. So that propelled me even more because I really wanted to make a name of myself on somebody like that. I like those type of receivers, the ABs, the Dez Bryants, the Julio Jones. Those are the ones that I wanted to play against. But that game was like run game, pass game, anything you wanted. I was involved in it. Script fumbles, fumble recoveries, all kind of stuff. Like it was a good game. Like to say me as a rookie, I stood into my shoes and held the weight.
Yeah, that's it.
Are there any current receivers that you love watching despite being a cornerback?
Oh yeah, Justin Jefferson for one. Kid got a motor, like you throw the ball, he catching it. So you just waiting for what kind of catch he gonna catch. I love Justin Jefferson game. Also, Deshaun Jackson was my favorite receiver back in the day. I love Deshaun Jackson. I respect AB. DeAndre Hopkins, that's my guys. I like Sammy Watkins and them. Like any receiver from Clemson, those are really my choices, to be real with you.
Oh wow.
Is there anything you changed about your career path right now and go back and redo?
Anything that I would change?
Yeah.
There's a lot I change. If I can go back with the information that I have now, my career would be totally different. I wouldn't have made a lot of the mistakes that I made. I'll reach out for help more, ask for help more, and stop trying to do it on my own. Stop learning from mistakes. I can learn from other people's mistakes as well. That's what I would, if I can go back, I'll switch all that and really learn and listen and hone into the sport itself.
Yeah,